are the Muses,
goddesses of the arts,
and proclaimers of heroes,
and pirates,
and villains,
and allies,
and eels,
and aliens,
and princesses,
and inventors.
Oh, man. And there's a lot of these glimmers out here.
honestly.
Hello, and welcome to the Lorcana Muses podcast. I'm Kimber.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Brittany.
And boy, oh boy, do we have things to talk about.
Yay! Oh my gosh, card reveals came in with a fury.
I went from being like, it doesn't feel like there's a new set coming out to like, my brain has too many new ingredients, cannot cook new decks.
Oh,
And then also, I will go cook all of the decks.
the amount of deck cooking in my brain, I think, is short-circuited. So
Honestly.
yeah.
Honestly.
I am very excited. I've just been looking at the art. Honestly, I love the abilities. Some of the cards, I think some of the cards seem crazy wild. But I especially when we get so many of them all at once, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty card. Oh, the character. Oh, I always wait a little bit longer to do cooking for decks, right? I might think about singular card interactions, but not necessarily full deck interactions. And so that's why I was I'm so excited. But 60 cards being revealed ish, 60-ish being revealed by the time we recorded this podcast today, is a lot to kind of process.
Yeah,
So
we're about to press record and we were like, wait, there's a couple more.
there's one more. So there's a lot of questions. Do we like that they're kind of doing them with, we know the schedule of when they're being announced and the flurry of it, or do we wish it was more spaced out? Because I think I have not a fun opinion.
Well, I prefer it more spread out.
Yeah, I do too.
I like to be able to look at each card individually and think about it for a little bit. But with this, especially yesterday when we got 40 cards, right? We got so many cards, and I know specifically because they were on the website, and so Ravensburger themselves announced those cards, but it's just been a lot all at once, and I don't even remember some of the cards that have already been revealed, and there's not even a whole set out, right?
Yeah, and it's I appreciate when they're released a little more slowly, just because then I feel like I have time to appreciate them and think about the nuance of them and think about what they'll add to the game, or if they're even vanilla cards, look at their flavor text and
I think they're going so much in a flurry that I don't. By the time we're all talking about one card mechanic, there's a new crazy new card mechanic, and then it's just kind of getting jumbled in my brain a little bit.
I'm just by the time this is out on Thursday, 2 days later.
Right before we started recording, you mentioned spaghetti dinner. I couldn't even tell you what that card does. No.
There's a spaghetti dinner card?
Yeah, exactly. See?
It's Amber. Fun times.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm all for some Amber card, but...
I do like that they have told us the schedules.
Yes.
So I don't feel like I'm scouring the dark web for cards constantly. I put calendar invites for the Lorcana Muses calendar, Google Calendar, and that's been so helpful. I just wish that it was just a little bit more spread out.
Yeah, it's a very rapid fire, drinking out of a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Right now.
So I do like the organization. I just maybe next time a little bit slower, please. It's when you put Discord in slow mode chat. I'm please put that on the card reveal. But some amazing IPs have been introduced to the game, including the Aristocats. I'm so excited.
Everybody wants to be.
If that song is not in there this set, I'm going to be so upset. But we have Marie and Toulouse and Berlioz and Duchess and O'Malley. I hope we see some of the other alley cats. That would be a lot of fun.
So cute. The art is beautiful.
We even have Edgar, the bad guy. I love him. Including, we already knew Bolts was going to be in, and Lady and the Tramp, but we have Mittens coming, and we have a couple different Bolt cards, and we even have it's wild because Alex is isn't that guy a fictional character within the fictional movie, Dr. Calico? And he is.
Yes.
Which is so funny to me.
I love it. I love it so much.
We have the Troubadour from the Musketeers movie. Love it.
It's so good. And then Calhoun rescuing one of the racer.
Her little children.
And then I love that they made her a racer herself.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes.
as a Floodborn, I'm just like, yep.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Agree.
Like
I support that.
I do love that Mufasa Amethyst Steel dueling card.
If that's
So
enchanted,
gorgeous.
I will.
Oh my gosh.
Really.
Also, if the enchantments aren't colorful, I'm gonna riot.
Honestly.
Well, I think with so many colors in this,
Yes.
there's no way they can't.
I mean, it's
I
all about dual
almost kind of
colors.
hope like they're all dual colors, the enchanteds, and then like the ink is
Ooh.
splashing, almost like Epic Mix,
Yeah,
where you're
or,
like
like,
splashing ink
The
everywhere.
hollow looks
Oh, I like
more
that, yeah.
purple one way, more steel.
Yes.
Something like that. Put
We're
me on the team.
cooking, okay?
It's hot in the
Um,
kitchen.
Oh, this Pascal is so pretty. The amber amethyst
It's
one.
beautiful, and I love Pascal. Like all of the Pascal love.
And Hades.
Oh, I saw
Another Hades. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
was like, oh, Stephanie's gonna be so happy.
And he's carrying the vials that he
attempted to poison. Well, he did poison Herc.
yeah, or like it was to erase his immortality
Yeah.
and make him mortal.
No, I kind of liked that. I liked that idea of possibly using their real weapons within the game.
Yeah, I want to see that as an item, and I do. I hope we get like a mortal Hercules where he's not a demigod
Ooh.
classification
Ooh, nice.
because he took that
Yeah.
vial.
I
So
like that. I really like the Madame Medusa Diamond Lover card that got introduced, which is the dual color ruby amethyst.
yes, but yeah, that was a newer one.
liked the synergy of the damaging your own characters from the ruby side, and then dealing with card manipulation. From
Yeah.
Absolutely,
side.
yeah.
Like, I just really loved how they balanced that that balance of like how the card's colors should be working. Also, I like the art on that because she's wearing like the red dress with the purple shawl.
And she's referenced like her classification or whatever it's called references that diamond item that was announced. And
Yes.
on that diamond, I think their flavor text has Madame Medusa talking about it.
Yeah, because like the diamond is from the movie.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
loved that
just
they brought-
look at it, filled with power for its owner. As an item girly, can I just say that I am living?
I feel like Sapphire Ruby is eating well this set.
Had to after that ink geyser,
Yeah.
like threatening my inkwell. Like, I've worked hard to build this kingdom. Do not take it from me.
I do have to share a very funny story that happened today in our chat. Kimber and I got really excited about a card. And Brittany dashed our hopes. No.
She stomped on them. She curb stomped our.
So
Down with hope.
there was a card that was revealed that was the wolf from the Jungle Book. Forget his name now.
I'm sorry, the wolf.
Akela? Akela.
I don't.
Anyways, both Kimber and I were like, it's Balto. Oh my gosh.
And then I like messaged. I'm like, no,
Balto's not even a Disney
Balto's
movie.
not even
But
a Disney
if you look
movie.
at the art of the card, it's giving snow.
It's given Alaska.
It's giving Alaska. And I'm sorry, when I think Jungle Book, I think of jungle animals.
Yes.
Not
Not the wolves, even though it is the wolves.
Those are literally who raised him.
Mowgli, yeah.
That's who raised Mowgli.
They should have had the wolves sing more songs if they wanted to.
Oh
I'll say it.
You must not have watched that movie that much growing up.
I really
It's like
I didn't.
so many times. I automatically.
We watched
What?
Balto.
I was like, you know what movie I watched Balto. I could tell you everything about
Which is wild that
No,
you
I-
watch Balto, because
I've
usually it's Alaskans that watch Balto.
I've seen Balto a singular time.
I think we need to fix that immediately.
I
Absolutely.
think we need to watch more Disney movies.
I think we can't watch
Oh, I have
Mind until
yes. I have watched plenty of Disney movie, but I am from Alaska, so that was definitely our movie.
we
Um,
plan a day for our girls to watch Balto.
no, they've already seen it. So, but yes, we'll introduce your daughter to it eventually.
Yeah, that kid.
That kid. It's just funny because Alex was really
immediately.
Well, and Alex was funny too. He didn't even say about the Disney thing. He was just like, okay, you and the 12 other people from Alaska would be liking that movie. And I'm like, and Kimber.
Yeah, Central California represent.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie when I saw it as a kid.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
But I didn't watch it often.
Which is
like, I think like I said, I think I might have seen it more than once, but not very many more times. Just like
it's the Polar Bear King all over again. It's a Norwegian movie that my sister and I watched a lot. Again, an Alaskan very much movie. And I was shocked that Brittany had no idea what it was about. And I was like, it's basically the retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but with a polar bear as the beast.
What?
Yeah,
you still are throwing me when you talk about this movie.
Okay, so we're going to watch Balto, we're going to watch A Jungle Book, and then we're going to watch The Polar Bear King.
Are you going to be able to find this non-existent?
Yes, I have seen it on the internet. And I asked my mother about it, and she was like, yes, your sister was obsessed with it.
Anyway.
Small tangent. We're a little hyper on all the card reveals, guys.
But did I hear someone call for a miracle?
Oh, yeah. The dragon in the room. Woo!
Okay, sorry. I'm so excited.
I literally have the matchmaker pulled up on my computer because, like, I live.
Yes, I love the matchmaker. Love that scene. But I've been so pumped for Mushu.
Oh,
like so pumped.
I already brewed a deck with him.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
I'm so glad he's in steel. So glad.
I was like, of course he's in steel because
because
then I can never play him.
He's in Ruby too, though.
Yes, I wonder if that. But then I would have to play other steel cards.
Wasn't it just a week ago that we said that if we, in answering a question from somebody who listens, if we were a color combo,
it would be Ruby Steel.
It would be Ruby Steel.
We are.
And we did say it would punch itself in the face.
And what is it?
And all it does is punch other people in the face.
Calhoun plus one more resist.
Yeah, I built
everyone.
It's the deck I am
beautifully crafted card.
The deck I am building with it goes him, Calhoun, and Robin Hood. Because he gains 2 lore from banishing a character with Robin Hood.
Oh, and if you get Shere Khan.
Shere Khan,
in there too. That would be
that just Maui and Raya just reset Maui. Boom, boom, boom.
I did. I put Raya in the reset set. So
I love that Raya. That
it's gonna be a fun time.
But I just also loved that they had Mushu Report help reveal that card on the
on the stream.
So
it's so great.
That was really fun to watch. I think Robin Springer did a great job with like talking about with the artists, about the cards they've made, and listening to everybody talk about the cards. Like, I love hearing that excitement.
I was excited to see part of it. I had to it was my lunchtime, so I was able to watch part of it at work. I'm hoping that they recorded it or something so I can watch the rest of it. But
I feel like they had to.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Because I'd love to watch more about the conversations. I know that they had the concept art of Archazia, who's the owl, and all that. And they talked about how she is a dual ink caster, her Illumineer herself, right? Just like the other ones. And so I really was interested to see what characteristics she was showing because of that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I hope we get a card of her. And I hope that means we'll get cards of the other Illumineers eventually.
I hope so. I don't know if we'll get her this set.
That's fair.
Because I think they might do all of them in the same set, right? Like all of the just specific Lorcana characters.
Yeah, but it is cool that it's opening up the world that there are other people that are specific to Lorcana outside of the 3 Illumineers.
Yeah, and I mean, and we see snippets of her because Marie is in her lap.
Yeah,
she's in the Marie card. So that.
And so many of the cards flavor text reference her.
Yeah.
Them. And if you read the story on DisneyLorcana.com, they are saying she's the one teaching the Illumineers that you can wield dual ink, which is really cool. I hope they continue to use that mechanic where other characters can teach them different ways to interact with the cards, later on in sets. Not obviously anytime soon. We got enough going on with dual ink. I think my head is spinning. Another deck that has eaten very well is the puppy deck.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Because our friend Chris brings a puppy deck whenever we do like theme nights that would match this.
He's like, monocolor. I have 99 puppies and I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Single movie. Have you heard of the 101 Dalmatians? Because they are all right here.
So no, I was thinking about him every time a new 101 Dalmatians card gets revealed. I always think about him and his
item
deck.
No, the Canine Crunchie. I've had that song playing in my head all day. Canine Crunchies. And we're one step closer to me getting my very obscure add-ins for Lorcana, which are Cadpig and Spot. I've learned their names from the series, the 101 Dalmatian series.
Well, it's kind of interesting because I kind of did a deep dive into the puppies' names today, like after... Because like we got a few...
Like we know Lucky, we know Rolly.
Yeah, and so like, and Pepper got a card today, and Pepper was my favorite puppy from the 101 Dalmatians growing up because I had a Pepper dog toy.
Cute.
But I also loved the fact, so like when I was doing my deep dive research, apparently Cadpig was one of the originals from like the book.
Oh, okay.
So like that is not, so the TV show actually referenced the book more than the movie did.
Interesting.
And then they went back and re-edited the book because in the book there was like 12 puppies instead of 15 puppies, and in the movie there's 15 puppies or something like that. Like
15 puppies.
Yes, yeah. So like the number didn't match in the book and the movie, so that when they did republish the book, they changed it. So I mean that was my like little deep dive into Disney today. You know,
we're always doing it.
For always. I also was really surprised by the fact that they revealed both Sapphire Legendaries at the exact same time.
They wanted them to shut up. We're like, we don't want to hear you guys complain for a full month. Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, so I thought that was surprising because like they normally at least spread out when each legendary is being but we got a good chunk.
We have that Aurora legendary in Amber. Let me cook with that. Let me cook.
Yeah.
That just beefs up my Steel Song Princess deck so much. I'm so excited.
I also love that we got Mariano Guzman.
Yes. Yeah. Mariano.
So I just...
Your boyfriend's here.
Yeah. That's all I thought. All I thought about was the song where his name is in the song. I just like his name is Attractive Suitor.
I do like that he interacts with Dolores and not Isabella.
Yes.
Yeah, we love that so much. A moment of love for Lady Cluck.
Oh yes.
Oh,
love her. She's a beefy girl.
I screamed. I love her so much.
Bodyguard and Ward is so annoying.
It's gonna be awful.
No, it really is. I was saying this to Kimber off mic. I was like, I swear I told somebody that I was looking for Lady Cluck. Like, I don't remember where I said it. I don't know if I said it at this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, interviewed somewhere else and I said it. But I was like, that's who I was asking for from Robin Hood. Like, that hadn't been like a good card yet, right?
Yeah.
And then her stat line is ridiculous.
I would love her as an enchanted.
A 2/7 stat line is so mean. What am I supposed to do with that?
Warded.
Oh,
and she's warded. Yeah.
I do have a friend that can take care of that problem.
Who?
Her name is Sisu.
I'm sorry, you won't have enough ink to play Sisu.
Yeah.
With our geyser problem.
I'm gonna go cry. Hold on. I'm just gonna go cry with all my items in my Tamatoa beautiful crab baby.
I don't know what to do. Like
4 ink you have left.
I don't know what to do because like even Zeus doesn't get her because she's warded. I have to like put all 4 of my grab your swords, and even that only does 6 damage. Annoying little bird. Oh my gosh! But I love the continued storyline. We're seeing more of Jafar's illusions.
Yes, I love all of that.
Raja looks so fun. I love Raja, and I love Jafar as like we're getting him as Giant Cobra. I guess it's not him, but it looks like the giant cobra snake man he is. That becomes And then he finally gets both. We do finally see him get both halves of the Hexwell crown, and he says, "At last, both halves of the crown belong to me."
It's interesting though that underneath Jafar, where it has that like the extra name to clarify, it says aspiring ruler.
Yeah, so he's not a ruler yet.
Yeah,
we're not there yet.
We're still in the aspirational phase. But yeah,
he's a good card too.
Really?
We have so many good cards this set. I'm so excited.
I was actually really interested and excited about the journalist Clarabelle card. First of all, I love the coloring on it.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
She's so pretty. I love the background. I love the detailing of the library that she's in.
Can I tell you how I found out about that card? I was driving to work today, and my husband, Doug, called me, and he's like, "You're going to be so mad." And I was like, "What happened?" And I'm preparing for like life mad because life. And he was like, there's a sapphire Clarabelle card. And I was like, oh no, because I have, with two littles in my house, I live in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yep.
And Clarabelle, that voice will set me on it.
No.
Send me to from zero to like...
I don't know what parent who is in the depths of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse doesn't have beef with.
I have so much beef with
Clarabelle, sometimes Daisy, and sometimes Donald, but mostly Clarabelle.
Mostly Clarabelle. Like, it is on site with her. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and so I was like, what is it?
No.
I was ready. I was like, let me hate her. Let me hate her.
I'm so excited.
She's so cute. And I'm so mad. I feel like I've betrayed myself.
She's really cute. But also, like, the floating books while she's writing notes like a journalist kind of reminded me of Rita Skeeter just a little bit. Just because...
Good. Turn her into a fly and put her in the jar.
And then smash her with a hammer.
That's why I was just got a little bit of Rita Skeeter vibes. Not like anything bad from it. It was just like the magical elements with it.
But literally, that's how Doug described her.
Oh, yeah?
He was
That's
like,
funny.
Imagine her with like really cute glasses, but like giving Rita Skeeter. I'm like,
that's kind of, well,
she's a menace.
Glasses are
I do.
exactly like Rita Skeeter.
Yeah.
Look at them.
I love that we're playing more with support. I love that she's giving support +1 lore, and I think that just adds more to that Alice deck.
Yeah.
In Sapphire becoming more viable. Yeah.
That deck hurt my feelings multiple set champs.
I know. I'm sorry. We don't talk about set champs, that's why we glossed over it.
I mean,
we don't talk.
We didn't even talk about it.
Okay, but not as well as I wanted to, and so like I'm a little disappointed in myself. And that's hard because like I did well. Like can't say like I
You guys got what, 7 cards?
Yeah, so together Daryl and I got 7 cards. I got 3 of them. And so like I got 3 top 8 places.
Yeah.
But I was just really hard on myself because I lost each time I was right in the beginning. Like I lost in the first round each time.
Yeah. It was tough out there. I know you and I talked about it a lot last week.
So I was just like, I was disappointed in myself because I was talking about how I feel like I'm on like this precipice of either, I don't know,
of greatness.
Of great. I don't know how to say greatness because like I don't necessarily want to be like a professional Lorcana player. Like that's not my goal. But I want to be a really good Lorcana player, and I don't necessarily know if I've reached that point yet. Like I feel like I am toe to toe with a lot of our locals who are really good. But then I still feel like I fall short quite often. And I feel like my playing is inconsistent. And that's my biggest issue with it. It's like I feel inconsistent. And it's not necessarily inconsistent with like what decks I'm playing, because I've been playing a different deck for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But inconsistent with how I am like interacting with other decks, or like I don't know, as my ability level feels like it's the same. I don't know if I'm increasing my ability level. I don't know what to do to increase my ability level. And so that's where kind of I'm just like I feel like I'm in a rut.
Yeah.
And don't know how to get out of it. Like I fixed my brain, quote unquote, with my struggles with with my struggles with my other deck. Right?
Yeah.
I just put it away. I put it to the side because I was sick of looking at it and sick of like losing with it and not being able to understand why it wasn't working the way it was working. And I think it was more to do with me than did to do with the deck. But I also am like, well, I don't know if the meta can entirely change in 2 weeks. Like, that's not how that works, right? But I don't know. I was kind of struggling with that. No, but bringing a completely new deck, and then getting in the top 8 with it, like, that's kind of wild. So like, I am proud of myself for like building a deck myself and then
learning it in 2 days.
In 2 days,
top 8ing,
and then top 8ing, right? Like I had some people look and give me advice on that deck, but like I had built the brains of it basically, and then like tweaked cards here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably like, how I felt about set champs this time. And I think you've done really, really well. I don't know how to get you to the next level. I wish I did, because then I could help.
And I would also do it myself.
Yes, and then I would apply. I don't know if I know that you've had a lot going on in life.
Yeah, that's
so
totally fair.
And I know that back during when you were doing Ursula set champs, it was summertime, and you're a lot more
available.
Available is a good word. I was gonna say like just lax. You're not stressed for the most part during summer.
I am not stressed.
Just like you don't need therapy, sure. Anywho, I think, right, like January is such a hard time to have set chance, I think, because you're coming off of the holidays, you're coming off of all the stress of putting together the holidays, which, let's face it, you do the majority of all of that. So I don't want you to not put those things into perspective and like know that those things happened. You also came back from the LCQs where you did great, but maybe got a little bit too into your head because you weren't able to get out of the round 4 and you were right there. So that could have put a mental block on you. Disappointment happens. We all know how I did last Saturday, where I O2'd every round except for one. And I was talking to you in the car on our way to dinner. It feels like there's been this shift in our competitive locals, and I think in general where everybody kind of either stayed where they were, like you, or they springboard up to that next like level of greatness. And I don't know how or why some people stayed and some people sprout out. So it just feels that way. And I think asking other people, like, hey, can you watch my play line, see if I'm making any mistake, can you give me some advice, has really helped me. So maybe that's something to try, is just to reach out to like some of those greater.
Don't see you play all the time as well.
Yeah, I think that's true.
It's
also been something where that's part of why I changed my deck as well, is because
people knew your deck so well.
My deck so well, and so they knew exactly how to counter it.
Yeah, I see Pluto or Doc or Gaston, and I don't care who else is there. They're getting brawled.
Yeah,
they are on the chopping block.
Well, yeah, no, and I know that they would like hold cards in hand because they knew what was coming next, because I had played the deck so consistently. And the same, they know that Raya is a threat. So they would take her out before they would take out Gaston. Honestly, fair.
Who can blame them?
So I think that was also it. Is like I had played it so much against the same people over and over again, and so that's part of why I changed it, especially for set champs, because it was more competitive.
Have you read the comments that we've gotten on my video from last weekend?
I saw some that were talking about how they were grateful that you were being vulnerable, but
there were a lot of stories people shared, and that might be something to read because it really made me feel better. So many people were in like the same exact position as you and I. They were either really, really bad and they couldn't even break into being competitive, or they were right there at the competitive, but were getting 9th place consistently and weren't able to break in. And then like finally something happened because they did A or they did B or they did C, and they broke into it this set. So I think I've taken a lot of that to heart. So appreciate you guys for like commenting and letting me know about your stories, because it's so cool to see that the hard work you guys are putting in has been paying off. I hope next set it pays off for all of us. Kimber needs to know, continue being top 8. Brittany needs to go on and winning the whole thing, and I would just like to make the top 8. Those are the goals. I think too, like, we talked a lot about our decks just being stale, and I know you made a new deck, but the cards are still like the cards that everybody has seen for the last however many months.
Yeah.
So bringing in new cards always kind of helps with that a little bit.
And it gives you new ideas, and it makes everything fresh. I mean, we're getting so many new mechanics this set. Like,
yeah.
We have Glass Slipper, where you can only have 2 of that card in your deck, which is crazy. We have the Baymax with Universal Shift.
Yeah.
Like,
crazy.
Steph's husband said it best, like, Tipo will be living in that suit.
Well, because he was like, Tipo is great because you play him, but then he doesn't do anything. And he's kind of a weak little petulant little boy, like you have pointed out.
If he comes out, if he's there late, I'm like, it's
so he was like,
well,
yeah. So he's like, it's perfect that you get what you need from a card if it does it only on entry, and then you're able to turn it into this mech, basically.
And you can like even double that up, because you can play Tipo, and then you play Pleakley and put Tipo in the inkwell, and then you put Pleakley into the
mech suit,
and he activates and becomes robots.
I'm excited. It's funny because if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, even last week, I was not excited for Dual Link cards,
and here I am,
and here we are.
I'm just like,
I was surprised. I was, once they were announcing they were going to do it, I was like, okay, well, I think that they'll do it in a quote unquote balanced way, right? I think they're doing their best to balance them. I do think that every Dual Ink card that has been revealed is very representative of both of those inkwell
Absolutely. Yeah.
and how those inkwell colors interact together. So I think that they took a lot of care in the mechanics of each card, and I really appreciate that.
No, and seeing that, I like rescind my opinion. I'm very excited now for some of these Dual Link colors.
Yeah, like the Perdita. It's perfect balance of the two, because it's that discount playing from Amber, which you love, obviously, Brittany, and then there's Ward from Sapphire. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that discount Amber stuff with our limited inkwells now.
Oh my god,
I know.
I'm gonna silent
just in time deck.
Thank goodness. I was sick of seeing you guys with 20 ink over there.
Hey, I had an organization system.
That Tekka is beautiful. Sorry.
Yeah.
She just scrolled past the Tekka and oh my gosh.
Shift 7. During your turn, whenever an opposing character is exerted,
banish them.
So
and the stat line on that thing?
She is chonky. And I remember in our group chat, I posted the set 1 Moana.
Yeah.
Where she could banish chosen character named Taka. And I was like, she's back, people. She never really was here, but she's here now. Like,
yeah, I love that. I also was thinking about the Anna, the shift Anna. I think she's a 7. I don't think she's a shift. I think she's a shift 4. But I don't know if she's from this set or from last set. That when she enters play, she exerts all opposing characters.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Like, that's a character that does it, but I'm wondering if they're going to have like a song or an action that shift that exerts all opposing.
Even just that 2-cost Pinocchio, and like,
yeah, no, there are cards that do that already, but it's like individual characters or just 2 characters.
Yeah,
but that Anna exerts all opposing characters.
I'm gonna cry every tear.
Oh, the touchscreen. That lady is so pretty. She's so cute. I love her. I love that she always calls them Jim Deere.
Yes.
So cute.
Yeah, like,
because that's why
the kid got that. I was like, why are they calling them that? I'm like, oh, that's because that's what she hears them call each other.
Yeah.
Like,
so she gives them their
I know my dog at home only probably thinks our names are Hey You.
I can't really say what our cats probably think our names are.
Disney podcast.
I do like bringing it back to Disney. I do like that the Dual Ink colors aren't character specific, because we have Restoring the Heart of Tefiti and Amber Sapphire. So remove up to 3 damage from chosen character or location and draw a card. I love more cards that will remove damage from my locations. Not that I play locations.
I don't need Big Duck Manor if I whittling away at that thing, because that's what you have to do if you can't just directly remove it. Then they're like, 3 more. It's like, I have worked so hard.
You're like, I just needed to hit it one more time.
I've been personally
oh my gosh.
Too many Big Duck.
The Cusco.
Oh, I love
it's so funny.
Oh, I love the art on that card. Panicked Llama, Storyborn, King, like, Amethyst Emerald.
I do love Mittens. I hope we get Rhino. If we don't get Rhino, I'll be sad.
I'm so excited because as soon as Mittens was there, I was like, oh, we're getting Rhino. It's guaranteed.
I hope he's in his little ball. Like, he cannot be in his ball.
You get Rhino and we get his ball as an item.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's another mech suit.
I mean, if it's another item for me to put into my little item deck with my beautiful baby crab.
Deck. I really like the Ratigan that was announced.
Yeah. The Ruby Ratigan.
Yeah, it's like a playable. It's Ratigan.
Finally, a wrinkable Ratigan.
It's like inkable Ratigan.
Who knew it could be
done? Lorcana villain was so excited.
I was like, it's inkable. So whenever you play an action while the character is exerted, gain 1 lore. I love that because it's another way to gain lore off of actions.
Yeah. Making Maui Shark even stronger.
Well, but I also love that he's a 4-cost. Like, you can do it earlier in the game than Maui Shark, right? So
yeah, no, it's cool. I'm excited to see what more comes out. How do we feel the Muses that we are getting consistent story cards in each pack?
Okay, I almost cried.
So excited.
Story time always.
I was
some Lorcana Muses.
I was like so mad. I was like, there's just gonna be rules back there.
I know.
They were like,
no,
look at all this beautiful stuff. There probably will be.
So they get to do. It looks like a puzzle on one side, and then the lore on the other side, which is kind of cool because then you get to build the puzzle and then also continue to build the story.
Well, I love this. I love the story. Story time with Brittany.
Story time with Brittany.
Kimber's like, I want to do a story.
I want story time with Kimber. I do voices too.
We'll do story time with each. Okay, ladies, we'll share.
Do you want the even numbers or the odd?
I am definitely an odd duck.
Even Stevens for me.
I just love lore so much.
Yeah.
Even the one they just announced was kind of fun to read.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the story
time? It's number 7 though.
That's okay.
I
feel like we should give it to her.
Oh, it's you can do the first one because I've had all the other story times.
So welcome to story time with Kimber.
For the first time ever. Okay. So, the 7th card, this is what the story of it is. Very good, the owl flapped excitedly. Soon we'll be seeing a flood of dueling glimmers out of you. Martin winced, the events of the flood still heavy on his mind. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, poor choice of words. The owl paused. Let's just say that your talent may soon eclipse mine. She cocked her head. And I've been around a while.
I love it. I love poor Martin that has PTSD from the flood. Oh, well done, Kimber. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to hear more.
I know. I cannot wait for the story to unfold.
Yeah.
Half the reason why I love this game is the story and that they do a story.
You're already so excited just seeing the cards you get, but then being like, oh, story pieces.
You have to collect them all. I know. It's gonna make opening packs that much more exciting because you're finding the puzzle, but you're also finding the story cards and putting them together.
The art looks like it's gonna be
I want to read each piece of the stories that come out, or do I want to find all?
I want to find them all first, I think, and then read them because I like books. So
yeah,
I can read them in order.
Okay.
Read them back.
So I know I mentioned the pepper card earlier, but I just want to say I am so excited about this mechanic because I think it might be a little kitschy, but I think it's also just kind of fun, too. It's like whenever one of your puppy's characters is banished, you may put that card into your inkwell face down and exerted. So I'm like, so you can't board white puppies without a flood of ink on the other side.
Sorry, Martin. It's a trigger word for Martin.
But I really liked that was something that I was like,
I'm just
that's
like,
a downside to
don't
do
give
it like
me
a
consequences for B prep.
Yeah, no, I like
No.
it was like consequence for B prep. It's a consequence for doing a sisu action against the puppies.
Like, that was exactly what I thought. I was like, don't punish me for board white.
Well, yeah, because like all of the puppies are like a 2-3.
Yeah.
For like the general puppies, and then all the named puppies I think are all like within that realm too. I think they're all 2s.
I don't like,
except for maybe Lucky.
have to wait. And like, I was like, oh, I'll wait until I have enough ink that I can Medusa that one first. And then I'll board wipe. Oh, wait. Ink Geyser.
Yes, Ink Geyser, but then also the playful mother Perdita giving all of the puppies ward.
I love it. Puppy deck.
All of my plans.
I like that it says playful mother and all the puppies are like play in there. So.
I had to do a double take when I saw the art for that card because the puppy that's jumping through the hoop on the right, I didn't realize like what I was looking at. I was like, they forgot to animate a head on that. And I'm like, no, let's jump. That's okay. But I was just like,
oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, where is it? What happened? What
forgot to animate it?
Like, what kind of hoop is that? Like a laser thing? Like Big Hero 6 hoops? Like, this is bad news. No, it's not. I'm just having a hard time.
Oh my gosh, I have like a headache from just card overload.
Honestly.
It's so good though. I am so excited.
Oh my gosh, that new Aurora.
I really can't get over her. I know.
I cannot. She's legendary.
I've seen some people mention their unpopular opinion, I guess, that they think it'll replace Ariel's Spectacular Singer, which I don't agree with at all.
Oh, I don't see that happen.
Because you still need to be able to find your songs.
No,
and that's
in addition to.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I replaced Gaston Singer 5.
And
or Ursula's Singer 4.
Think about the great turn progression, though, because she's turn 3, and then you can quest with her. And if you're able to play Rapunzel on 4, then you heal, and then she can't quest or challenge, but guess what? She's so good at it.
She's able to sing again.
Sing.
No, you bet
her.
She is going to be going into
my
deck.
So I think that the biggest thing that people were talking about between her and Gaston's, because Gaston can't be brawled, at least without being like eyes blocked first. So that's the only thing because he has the 3/3 body instead of 1/4. But I also think that at least in the Steel Song decks that I've been seeing is like everybody is liking that 4 willpower because they are able to then heal for more for Rapunzel.
That's my biggest thing is I would love to be able to go across the board, even if it's just like I ping you once. But if I don't survive your 3 and I don't get the full advantage of Rapunzel, it just feels kind of gross. Yeah. I hate playing Rapunzel and having to say like without trigger. Like, oh my God.
I'd rather ink her at that point.
I know she's still quest for 2.
No, but I fully agree with you. Because I also play her so often that I do hold her in hand until I have a way.
I try, yeah. I mean, I definitely try.
I feel like sometimes I catch myself because I did, like, I crossed the line across the picket line of playing Amber Steel last Saturday, just because I needed a change of pace. Because I was like, I don't have my Sapphire ramp patience right now. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Which
I understand. I understand.
And so I was playing for her in my deck, and I was like making bad choices.
Yeah.
So that I could wait to play her right. And I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, you almost kind of have to like forego her and just not think, oh, she's my end all be all of the deck.
Yeah. It didn't help that every time I played her, I said $50 because that definitely like played into
I want our listeners to know what I did Saturday, and I want Brittany to acknowledge what I did Saturday. What colors did I play with Saturday, Brittany?
I'm not I'll say it.
What colors did I play with?
Well, as she does, she did bring steel, but
I did.
alas, it wasn't steel?
No.
I thought, it wasn't. Okay, rewind. Amber was present.
Yes.
Amber was present. But when we looked for steel, Kimber mistakenly thought she saw it, but no, 'twas the gleam of ruby.
It was Ruby. Ruby.
Stephanie has forgone her hatred of Ruby.
And then
that's not true.
And I brought steel. We were just like, change, rearrange.
I do not forgo anything. I have come to the conclusion that I really want to learn how to play each color really well. I think that will make me a better player.
Absolutely.
That's so big of you.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to know that I'm a bigger person than she is. No, but in all seriousness, I brought a Ruby song deck with Ruby Amber, and obviously I owed to it, so it didn't do super well. I do think it's almost there. It's almost there, because it was a lot of fun to start out with Cinderella or start out with Daisy Duck. So they're like, all right, here we go.
And then Ariel's like, be king undisputed.
Well, no, so I would play the Ruby Ariel on turn 3. That's evasive. And then when you play a song, you give another character evasive till the start of your next turn. And they're like, hold on, hold up. Also, an amazing combination in those colors is 4-drop. Is he a 4-drop? 4-drop Prince Naveen.
Yes.
Play for free Pirate's Life.
Ooh.
Play for free Pirate's Life. Let me say that again.
The face that Brittany just made.
I did that 3 times on Saturday, and it almost won me games.
Oh,
That's gross.
It's so gross.
That sounds super fun.
Because then he can go, once he's done drawing, he can go and sing Pirate's Life, because he's a singer 6.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. I feel the power with Ruby. Like, I was like, oh wow, I can be King Undisputed and make you discard a card. I had Lady Tremaines and make you, or not discard a card.
Cinderella.
The power.
Could you imagine Cinderella being like, la, la, be prepared? It's like, wait, what?
Oh, I've done that though. This 5-drop sing.
Yeah.
That can is a
Sing for 9, yeah.
Yeah. Or sing.
I think it's 9.
Yeah. No, whatever she can she can sing. Be prepared, and I've had her sing that before.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
When I had a different version of an Amber Ruby deck that also it was still Mufasa variant, but like a few things in there. No, she was in there because it was when I was doing just in time stuff.
Yeah.
Because then I could just in time her.
Yeah.
And then play Be Prep on turn 4.
Yep. That face.
Yeah.
I would like for you to leave the building, please.
So yeah, I played Ruby. Brittany, your turn, your move.
I mean, I guess I could go to the dark side if I play Ruby Steel, I guess, because then I'd still be on Ruby. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's really hard because I was super excited to play Mushu, right?
And now he's on Steel.
I was
Karma.
Screwed.
Karma's the guy on the Chiefs. Is that how?
So good. I was, I've been excited for him because I wanted to play some more Mulan cards because I already play some of them, so I wanted to play more of them.
You can still
I love the idea of a Mulan deck because there's already a lot of Steel Mulan characters and a lot of Ruby Mulan characters.
Yeah, that'll be a fun deck.
I already a long time ago, I'd have to scroll on Dreamboard. I made a Mulan Heroes deck because you have Li Shang, you have Qian Po, you've got Po. I want a Zhao, King of the Rock. Yeah, card so bad. The things I would do. Oh my gosh.
Would we see only his back though, and then his butt? Or we don't see his butt. We just see his legs.
Yeah, it has to be like a tree placement.
Yeah.
There's really great artists on the team. They can make
it happen.
Yeah. It really was so long ago that I made that deck, but boosting up heroes, and if they have a certain amount of strength, they get this, and there's already a lot of good stuff there. I was like, could I make... Oh, yeah, Hero Power, 274 days ago. I just found it.
You're like, this needs to be altered a lot.
Yeah, Dream Board's making sure I'm a human before I get to look at it, though. Okay. Yeah. We got Lumiere, Lee Shag. Got Louisa, because she's a strong girl. Oh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Oh, goodness. Looks fun, though.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Well, we have a lot of cards to... there are a lot more cards to be revealed, I'm sure, by next Tuesday.
It's crazy because we didn't even talk about all of them.
No, we didn't.
We talked about half of them.
No.
Honestly. Like, so, literally a Christmas card, Mad Hatter. We didn't even mention it. Like,
I know. For real, though.
We will continue to talk about the ones that we either missed or the ones we liked. Because there are so many cards. Yeah. It's just craziness over here. I can't wait. I really love the art with this set. It's just so great.
It's really fun.
The Archazia Island is a great setting. I love that we see all the pets. Before we end everything too soon, we did have a few questions. It looks like
one from Lorcana.
Thank you. I'm like, where did it go?
Well, I have one. Oh, it's a comment saying, it doesn't matter what you talk about, I'll always give you a listen. That was from Lorcana Nerd on Blue Skies.
Which, like...
We love you. Thank you so much.
With us recording on a Tuesday, I always call Tuesday the armpit of the week. And not because we record on Tuesday, just because... it's Tuesday. I've said that for years.
It's difficult.
And that made my Tuesday.
Also, from Blue Sky, we have a question from Brian Jackson. What are your thoughts on a single ink deck's pros and cons? And if you had to make a single ink deck, which ink are you choosing? So I've really been thinking about dual inks.
So we kind of did this because in November we did a theme night where it was monocolor.
Yeah.
And Amethyst had legs. It had gas.
I mean, it's got draw, it's got removal, it's got damage movement.
Yeah, it was I don't think it stands super well against normal meta decks or even competitive decks, but I do think if you're playing like any sort of theme night where it's monocolor, Amethyst is the way to go. I love steel, so I made a steel deck, and that was a lot of fun.
I did an amber deck for one of them and a ruby deck for the other one, and both of those had a hard time because amber had a hard time because all of the characters were just so weak,
delicate,
and
fragile.
And then ruby had a hard time because card draw is so hard in ruby by itself.
You're like, medallion weights, it's time for
I definitely had medallion weights in there, and then I think I
probably some talisman, but like
I had a few things here and there that were card draw, but it was just not quite enough. But they were still both very fun to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't say that they're. I think Amethyst is probably the most balanced out of those, especially with the amount of card draw that it has.
I feel like Emerald would be the most chaotic because there's just so many crazy mechanics in that color.
Ooh. I think Emerald and Amethyst are the best colors if you want to build something.
Yeah, and
mono.
We had one final question. This was from last week, and we just I think they asked us right after we had recorded. So this is from the Glimminiers. Shout out to them. Their question is, will the complications of the thickness of Japanese cards being used in the U.S. create more of a problem in DLCs and tournaments calling for more judge calls? I think that it will become an issue.
Yeah, I do too.
It is very evident. I've tested it out myself in different types of sleeves and like with the ones that we've just pulled ourselves already. It is very different. Like you can definitely feel it. Now, was I actively looking? Yes. But it was even thicker than like the Enchanteds that I played with. Like,
and like,
right? Like,
oh, okay. I didn't feel like they were different. Like to me, they felt like they were like Enchanteds in my deck, but I am currently dual sleeving.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I think if you double sleeve, maybe like you'll be okay. But if you're not, if you're only using a singular sleeve, it was a very
Yeah. Every other card game for the most part, separates them. Like, you can't play with Japanese cards in a U.S. tournament for One Piece. The card sizes are also different, but I do think it'll be interesting to see. Ravensburger kind of put it out like, yes, you can use them, but it's obviously going to be to the discretion of the tournament to like say yes or no.
Yeah.
Which is fine of an answer, I think, because I think at league, sure, why not play with them? Who cares? But my advice is just be careful and make sure you have that card on hand just in case a tournament or competition or whatever it is says no.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't risk it.
I would either have your entire deck in Japanese or Chinese, or have your entire deck in English.
Yeah.
Like I ended up taking my Enchanted Supergroup out of my deck because I could feel it. And so like I took that out because it was also like kind of warping a little bit too. Like it was bending a bit, but that's part of why I could feel it. This was bending. These I can feel because like even when I'm shuffling, like they're sturdier cards.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's why I can feel them.
I do feel like they don't. Yeah, if you do dual sleeve them, I didn't have much of a problem. I think because there was so much padding to the card themselves. So that is an option too if you want to consider. But then dual sleeving is just a thick mess to kind of deal with if you're not used to it. So I would, if you're not used to dual sleeving and you want to do that to be able to play with them, practice first.
And then whatever tournament you go to should clearly state whether or not
dual sleeves are allowed.
Or dual sleeves, things like that are going to be part of their tournament. Final shout out before the end of our episode. We do have Lorcana Muses merch, and those links are available in all of our socials right now. Those orders are going to be available until the end of February 27th. So if you would like to order, we have hats and shirts that are available to order. We also, if you order, will include some water bottle stickers.
Yes.
So,
and we are shipping to a select few out of the United States. So basically first come, first serve at this point. So
yeah, so we will do a few international shipping orders. And that is highly dependent on how many people are very interested.
Yes, because we've had a few ask from Australia, and I'm all willing to do it. But yeah, I just need to know who wants to do it.
So
the group
communicate with us.
Yes, the group and DM us. Like we're so respondent on all of our DMs. We love to do this. Everybody seems very excited for the hat, including my husband. I'm not a hat girl, so
I am so pumped for a hat. Like I wear a hat.
Yeah,
every tournament we ever go to, I'm wearing a hat. So
I just want to try it on first because I've got a thick noggin.
Well, that's my issue too. I'm like, I wanted a bucket hat, but I couldn't find a bucket hat. Anyways,
that'd be so cute.
I'm sure we'll continue to expand on this because you guys keep asking for it, and that's amazing that you guys asked for it. But yeah, just find us on any of our social medias. You can find us at TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky at the Lorcana Muses, on X at the Lorcana Muses Pod, or email us at thelorcanamuses@gmail.com. Happy questing!
Happy questing!
Happy questing!